what's up guys? Outdoors with Kevin here. We're gonna talk about some day packs. Things you should look for, things to avoid. You're gonna go on a nice little hiking trip and you got the family, you got your friends, you gotta have the necessities in a day pack, right? And we're not talking about full mountaineering style packs, we're talking about day hikes, right? So you're out for an hour or two and you need the necessities. And nobody really wants to talk about it, but what if somebody got hurt? What if somebody fell? Somebody got cut pretty good? What if somebody's getting dehydrated and you need some food, you need some supplies, somebody gets cold, falls in the river, whatever. So you gotta be prepared. So having a day pack is really important. And I would classify a day pack as something at about 30 liters and below. So we've got the Mystery Ranch. I believe that is, I'll put the specs in the description, so make sure you check the description. I'm just going off of memory, but I'm gonna go with 25, 28 liters. This North Face Day Hiker is kind of a cool function. We'll talk a little bit about something like that. We've got the Fjällräven Kaipak. I've done a full review on this one also. And then we have the Kelty Redtail 27. So all within that 25 to 30 liter range. And there's enough space in a pack like this to handle kind of your necessity things. So food and water, shelter, right? And medical. So those are kind of your basic things. The cool thing about technology nowadays, most people have a phone with how amazing the phones are nowadays that you can use SMS through satellite, pretty cool. So you don't necessarily need to bring walkie-talkies or like a Garmin InReach device, although those are fabulous, right? But we're talking day hikes, right? We're not talking you're spending a week out in the woods on a trail. Well, let's talk about some of the features that I look for in a day pack. So let's talk about this Mystery Ranch one first. First off, has really nice, big, thick, heavy-duty straps. So when you put it on, how does it feel? Does it feel like you're constricted? Is it too tight? Also, putting a load on here when you try these things on, so you can kind of get a good feel for it. Also has this extra strap up here at the top, okay? And a lot of your higher end, like backpacking packs, like mountaineering style packs, will have this load bearing right here, so I can pull it here and adjust where the load is sitting on my back. I can kind of pull it towards me or let it off on my back. So that's a cool feature. Something that is absolutely a must is the chest strap, okay? Goes right across the chest, right like that. You gotta have that chest strap. And otherwise, just moving around, you feel like your pack could fall off, for one, if you're bending down, tying your shoe, but also it takes the strain off the shoulders and distributes it throughout the entirety of the pack. That's really, really important. Now this one is not, for me, is not a good day pack though. This one's almost more like a school bag day pack or city day pack. And the reason I say that is because it doesn't have a waist belt strap, okay? Let's look at this Kelty bag. This Kelty bag has the chest strap, goes across the chest. And what's nice about these chest straps on most quality bags, they're adjustable. So see this, how it slides up and down? So it depends on where it sits on my chest, how the load's gonna sit. But it also has this lower waist strap right here. Now to me, that's a necessity for a day pack. When I'm hiking, it keeps everything tight around my back and it doesn't bounce around. So if I'm jumping up on rocks, going over things, bending over, the bag's not gonna flop up backwards and flop around on my back. It's gonna keep everything nice and secure on my back. So those are the first couple things that you look for is good quality straps here, right? It's got a good strap, also chest and waist strap right there. Also, the actual back of the backpack, that's something to think about. Depending on your climate, is it really hot all the time? Is it hot only a few months? So you got to think about how this thing is going to sweat on your back. You know it gets hot and sweaty back there, right? So when there's some protrusions off of the pack, it has air gonna flow through it a little bit better. So most Daypacks aren't gonna have the trampoline back where it's got like a bungee kind of material that sits way off your back, because it's just not designed that way. It's a smaller pack, it's just a Daypack. So this Kelty has a pretty solid airflow throughout the back. Also, the Mystery Ranch has really no protrusions on the back. So it's completely flat on the back. So, and in my opinion, this bag right here would not be a good hiking day pack. Now, it might be okay if it's not that hot out, but you're just, I mean, it's moisture wicking. It's got little vent holes right there, so it's gonna do okay, but let's be real, there's no design to get air flowed in your back right there with a pack like this. So let's talk about this Fjällraven. Let's see what kind of features the Fjällraven has. So this one has a little bit of protrusion. So it's got a lower bump and a couple shoulder bumps where it's got a little bit of airflow, right? Not as much as you saw that Kelty pack. Has some pretty good straps right here. They feel pretty solid. It has the adjustable chest strap, so you can see it slides up and down right here. So I can move it up, move it down, depending where I want to fit it on my chest. Now this one also does have the waist strap, so right here. Now this waist strap though, for a big guy, I don't like it at all. Let's be real, I don't like it at all. So I took it off and it's right here. So, I mean, it's got the cool Arctic Fox Fjällräven, and you basically weave this onto the pack right here, okay? But look how small this little waist belt is, right? And if you have any kind of tummy at all, it's gonna kind of fit either like below your tummy or right in the middle of your tummy, and it just doesn't feel uncomfortable. Now, if you're really fit, skinny, probably okay. If you got any kind of tummy on you like I do, then it just doesn't feel that comfortable. So that's something to think about when you're buying a pack, is put it on, try it on in the store, ask REI, the worker, hey, can you throw something heavy in this bag so I can kind of feel how this feels? That can make a big difference. Okay, so we've talked about the straps, how it fits, because at the end of the day, all of those points that touch your body, you want them to be comfortable, right? The last thing you want to do is just feeling the strain in the shoulders, right? So we talked about the straps, the back. Next thing I look for is the top lid or the brain. So most packs nowadays are going to have buckles that'll open up the top to get into the pack, but also this top is its own pocket, right? So there's a zipper on top here to get in, and you can store quick access goods right there. So especially if you have kids and whatnot, having quick access pockets on the top, or like this one has it right in the front, quick access pockets so you can get to those snacks and treats and whatnot. So the Kelty right here has quite a few pockets, has a nice pocket on top, which is a good function, but then has this full outer pocket on the outside where you can store whatever you want. You can throw in rain gear, you can throw in extra snacks and treats and whatever you need on the outside. Whereas on the inside, you're gonna carry like we talked about, the necessity stuff, right? Things for medical, like a first aid kit maybe. You're gonna carry something extra warmth, maybe a lightweight blanket, maybe something to warm up a kid, maybe hand warmers. You're gonna have like maybe a water straw, one of those filters that you can filter water, handful of things like that. So you gotta have the quick access, whereas like this Mystery Ranch right here has nothing on the sides or the front, just the zipper on top where I can store some things. And I do appreciate you backpack companies where they put in a little key lanyard, and most packs you'll notice do that, so I can put my keys in there and I know exactly where they're at. So if my pack was ever opened, you don't want to lose your keys 12 miles that way, right? Okay, so top closure, I look for that so I can have quick access to the nitty gritty stuff that I'm gonna need. Next thing that really, to me, again, these are just my opinions, right? From years and years of hiking and being out in the woods, things that I look for in my gear. So hopefully you can get a couple nuggets here. The next thing is water bottle access. So whether you bring full Nalgene water bottles or you bring just you go to Costco and buy water bottle packs or whatever, having access to your water on the outside of your pack is really, really important. So most packs are gonna have the double side water bottle enclosure, right? Here's my coffee mug as an example here, right? So there we go. And so I definitely think that's important, okay? The Fjällräven right here, it's got the double water bottle pockets on the outside. And then we've got the Mystery Ranch, which has no water bottle pockets, right? And that's why, again, I think, and don't get me wrong, I'm not ripping on the Mystery Ranch bag or the brand or anything, because this is an awesome pack. But I just wanted to show you the difference. So when you get a backpack, is it the right kind of backpack for what you're doing? Now, would this work? Absolutely would work if you're hiking and you just needed a backpack. I've used it, it works fine. So, again, just my opinions, but no water bottle. Now, this is a great pack for stealth. You're in the city type environment because there's really no outer pockets for somebody to reach in and grab things, right? So I can remember many times where I've been in the city, I felt something on my pack, I turned around and somebody's messing with the zippers trying to get into my pack. That's happened more than once, believe it or not, okay? And I know it's happened to other people. So city backpack, really, really good. Now, so having the water bottle pockets, in my opinion, makes all the difference right there. Lastly is some of these packs have spots to put the bladder type systems, right? Like a Camelback, where you open up the pack and it has like a spot to put in your bladder, right? A Camelback bladder. But then it would also have some type of external little hole inside the pack where you can run that hose over your shoulder and drink from it. So now if you're going solo or you're going with other adults who are gonna bring their own water, I'm a big fan of having, you know, the Camelback style packs. They work great. Some people don't like cleaning them, the mess with it. I totally get it. So lastly is attachment points. There are some of you who are bringing a lot of gear, right? And I'm a gear guy, so I totally get it. Now, having the ability to have my gear lashed onto the pack, I think is a good thing. It's nice to be able to have options. So something like this Mystery Ranch pack, you're kind of limited to what you can do with it. Whereas something like this Kelty pack, you have a little bit more options. It does have these side compression straps to cinch the pack down, but you can also use these. You can put something long and tall that sticks in here and cinch it down. You know, when I'm out shooting videos and have my tripod, I put my tripod in the water bottle pocket, sticking up like this, and then just cinch it right down, right? So depending on what you're doing, where you're going, you got to think about those types of things. Now, any pack will work, like I said. Let's talk about this one, the last one. This is a really unique pack, and some people are gonna really, really like this. So this is the North Face Day Hiker, right? So this has features that like a higher end backpack are gonna have, but it's basically a fanny pack. So look at the size of the waist of this thing, and these big waist straps and these big buckles. So I can wear it as a nice fanny pack, cinch it down, wear it around my waist. Has a handle, right, which is important. You can take the fanny pack part itself, take each side and stuff it in to itself here in the back, and now I have my shoulder strap, and I can use this as like a crossbody shoulder bag, right? I've used this going to the gun range. I've used this for hiking. I've used this for some photography work, but it has cinchability, pockets everywhere. But I like also is it's got 2 big Nalgene bottle holders on both sides. So one on both sides, okay? So you can fit 2 full Nalgene bottles here. You can have options, wear it as a fanny pack or just wear it over my shoulder, something like this, right? And you got it back here. So some people might choose to use something like this as well. And as far as, man, I would guess it's probably a 15 liter, and this thing opens up massive inside here. So you can fit all your rain gear, snacks, gloves, scarf, hat. You can fit your small first aid kit. You got 2 water bottles, and then more pockets for snacks and whatever you got that you need. So kind of a cool option for those of you that, you know, just, hey, I hate wearing a backpack over my shoulder. This one's gonna go around my waist, and it's kind of a cool option. So those are a couple key things that I think that are important in a day pack. And as I was talking about this North Face one, having a good handle on top here to grab the bag is, believe it or not, some packs don't have this, is a really good thing. All of these packs though have a nice big grab handle, so I can, when I'm just moving my pack around, I can grab it really well. So hopefully you got a couple nuggets there to help your purchasing decision. I'm not sponsored by any of these brands, but these are all packs that are mine that I use, and all of these are just my opinion. So hopefully you got a couple tips that'll help your purchasing decision. We'll talk to you on the next one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you out on the trail. Have a great day, guys.